Yes, a blessed evening to each and everyone in the United States and a blessed morning for us here. Well, it's almost noontime here in the Philippines. I just would like to say thank you to Brother Rick Manalo for having to really give a wonderful, comprehensive, though in the limited period of time that you were given, about the gift of the sacrament of reconciliation, gift of confession, or the sacramental forgiveness of Christ. That when we understand this more fully, this is where we come to all the more understand when we do confession or we do the sacrament. It is something that is within the realm of the word sacrament. It's in the realm of the sacrament, which means to say it's a visible sign of God's love interacting with humanity. And if this is God's love interacting with humanity, what is His agent? And that is mercy and compassion. And compassion that is always proactive for us, because our compassion does not easily just forgive, but it leads to greater conversion. So there's a sense of renewal. And that I do believe within the confession, it is already embedded. It is indicated that interaction that we hear, sense, and interact with God uh, by the physical, sensible, and the audiovisual effect of the sacrament do all the more enhance the sacramentality of the moment. And God interacts with us with His grace, the sanctifying and at the same time actual grace, because we are coming into that moment. The actual effect of that interaction is affected by grace. So for all of us, when we hear confession, it brings us to that my part. What is my part before I come to that act of forgiveness with Christ, from Christ and from God. So that is that moment wherein we prepare ourselves, we find ourselves in remorse, contrite in ourselves, and at the same time willing to open ourselves more fully. You know, I have been mentioned in my group in Jerusalem, my sharing group, that there's a need for us to really know before anything else that in Psalm 139, 140, that God tests the mind and probe the heart. He knows everything, but He knows everything, yet He asked of us to make our choice for Him, to make our choice. That is why I shared also that forgiveness in German means vergeben. That means to give yourself, for you to give yourself to the Lord. And that is not simply just in words, but definitely in action, in heart, in mind, and in spirit, because you're going to receive the grace of God. And whatever you do during that confession also affects for us the grace. We choose whether we deserve the grace. God will give us the grace because of our choice and action. So interaction with God. And if we are found worthy and sincere and contrite and remorse and willing to move forward with renewal and resolution, definitely grace is upon us. That is the automatic thing about confession. It's already there. As a brother Fred a while ago in our group said that grace, forgiveness is already there since the beginning of time, or else we have already been punished like in the great flood. But the grace of God is there, but it's up for us to choose to receive the grace, to receive forgiveness, though forgiveness is already there. So I just would like to share, thank you very much for having to be an advocate for the sacrament. Though for us priests, it is a real burden. As part of our mission, it is a burden, but it is a gift, not a burden. to the church. It is a gift to the church that we as a community, we move together. It's like as one made mention, Brother Fred also made mention that Christ is the head and we are the body. If the body is sick, and then the head will be affected. But if the head is the one that cleanses us by the openness of, we take an the head said, I'm gonna take antibiotic. So and I will take flu medicine. I will take vitamin C to make me healthy. That is when the body becomes healthy because the body cooperates. So and I do believe that is where we are right now as a church. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Father. Beautiful, beautiful.